Most people believe that meaningful connections hinge on external factors, wealth, status, or physical appearance. But what if the true path to profound relationships lies in ancient wisdom that's been tested for over 2 millennia? The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, discovered that authentic connection springs not from chasing approval, but from cultivating inner virtues. Today we're exploring 10 powerful Stoic principles that transform how you build relationships, not through manipulation, but through genuine self-mastery. These aren't fleeting tactics, they're enduring truths that create meaningful bonds with others. Let's begin. 1. Cultivate emotional resilience. The cornerstone of Stoic wisdom is understanding that we cannot control external events, only our response to them. This emotional resilience forms the foundation of authentic connection. When you remain composed during life's inevitable challenges, a conflict, disappointment, or personal setback, you become a source of stability in an unpredictable world. People naturally gravitate toward those who maintain equanimity amid chaos. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Practice this. When facing difficulties, pause before reacting, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this within my control? This simple practice transforms you into someone others trust with their vulnerabilities because they sense your steadiness. 2. Embrace radical self-accountability. A core Stoic virtue is taking complete responsibility for your life and actions. This self-accountability creates authentic presence that others find magnetic. In a world where blame and victimhood are common, someone who owns their circumstances stands apart. Epictetus, once a slave, taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." When you stop blaming others for your circumstances, whether in career, relationships, or personal growth, you reclaim your power. People are drawn to those who solve problems rather than complain about them. Try this. For 1 week, eliminate blame language from your vocabulary. Replace "they made me feel" with "I chose to respond by." This shift in perspective makes you someone others respect and admire. 3. Practice intentional simplicity. In our complex world, there's profound power in simplicity. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort and minimal living not as punishment, but as liberation. Seneca, despite his wealth, regularly practiced poverty to remember that he needed very little to be content. When you release attachment to materialism and status symbols, you free yourself to connect on a deeper level. This simplicity isn't about denying pleasure, it's about finding joy in what truly matters. Experiment with this. For 1 month, before any purchase, ask, will this deepen my character or just my possessions? People are naturally drawn to those who find fulfillment beyond superficial pursuits. 4. Develop present moment awareness. The Stoics understood that life exists only in the present moment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, concentrate every minute on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness. This focused presence is increasingly rare and increasingly valuable in building connections. When you truly listen without planning your next statement, maintain eye contact without glancing at notifications, and engage fully in conversation, you honor others in a way few experience. Practice this skill by focusing completely on one daily activity, whether eating a meal, walking, or talking with someone, without multitasking. Your undivided attention becomes a profound gift in a distracted world. 5. Honor the dichotomy of control. The Stoics distinguished between what we can control and what we cannot, a principle Epictetus called the dichotomy of control. This wisdom transforms relationships by releasing the need to manage others' perceptions or responses. When you focus solely on your character, words, and actions, letting go of how others receive them, you liberate yourself from anxiety and manipulation. This genuine self-expression creates authentic attraction, as others sense your freedom from validation seeking. Implement this by writing down what aspects of your interactions you can control and which you cannot. Focus entirely on the former and practice releasing the latter. 6. Commit to a personal mission. The most compelling people are those driven by purpose beyond themselves. Seneca observed that, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Having a clear mission, whether in your work, creative pursuits, or service to others, naturally attracts those who resonate with your values. Unlike surface-level goals, a Stoic mission focuses on contribution rather than acquisition. Identify one way your unique skills can serve others, then dedicate time to this pursuit daily. People gravitate toward those who live with purpose not because they're seeking companionship, but because their mission creates meaning that others want to share. 7. Practice virtuous resilience. Rejection and disappointment are inevitable in life. The Stoic approach isn't to avoid these experiences, but to use them as opportunities for growth. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. When faced with setbacks in relationships or social situations, respond with dignity rather than defensiveness. Ask yourself, what virtue can I practice in this moment? Patience, courage, justice. This resilience signals self-respect that others naturally admire. The next time you face rejection, journal about what you've learned and how you'll grow from it, transforming disappointment into development. 8. Cultivate authentic vulnerability. Contrary to popular misconception, Stoicism doesn't advocate emotional suppression, but rather emotional intelligence. There's strength in appropriate vulnerability, sharing not from neediness, but from authenticity. Seneca's letters reveal a man who could discuss his fears and struggles while maintaining dignity. This balanced openness builds trust and depth in relationships. Practice this by sharing one challenge you've overcome with a friend, focusing not on the hardship but on the wisdom gained. This skill of revealing yourself thoughtfully creates connections based on mutual understanding rather than impression management. 9. Maintain unwavering integrity. The Stoics believed that integrity, aligning your actions with your highest values, was essential to tranquility. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This consistent character creates trust that forms the foundation of lasting relationships. When others know you'll do what's right even when it's difficult, they feel safe in your presence. Identify your core values and commit to honoring them even in small decisions. For example, if you value honesty, practice it even in situations where a small lie would be convenient. This principled living creates respect that surface charm never could. 10. Embrace memento mori. The Stoic practice of memento mori, remembering that we are mortal, might seem somber, but it creates profound appreciation for human connection. Seneca advised, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life." This awareness of life's brevity cuts through superficial concerns and focuses us on what truly matters: kindness, wisdom, and meaningful relationships. Try this contemplation. Each morning, remind yourself that this day is a gift not guaranteed. Then ask, how will I use it to grow in virtue and connect authentically with others? This perspective makes you someone who values others' time and presence, a quality increasingly rare and increasingly treasured. Conclusion. These 10 Stoic principles aren't manipulation tactics or quick fixes. They're a path to becoming someone who attracts others through authentic character rather than superficial charm. By cultivating emotional resilience, self-accountability, simplicity, presence, and other Stoic virtues, you create connections based on substance and mutual growth. Remember what Epictetus taught: first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Focus on developing these virtues within yourself, and meaningful relationships will naturally follow. If you found value in these timeless principles, subscribe to Stoic Path for more wisdom on living with purpose and connecting deeply with others. Until next time, practice these principles daily, embrace the journey of self-mastery, and cultivate the Stoic qualities that create not just attraction, but genuine connection worth having.